What's up, cubers and tubers? Back for some more vintage cube here on Magic Online Streets. We're going to jump into this vintage cube pack where, once again, I'm never lucky, didn't open any pieces of power. Basically, just should quit right now. But for real, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button. For all of you who disliked Alchemy, good news. I believe the Alchemy drafts are done with on Arena, so we'll see what I will come up with, but I don't expect there to be too many Alchemy drafts. Anyways, what do we have here? This looks like a very stormy pack. We have a Time Spiral, a Lion's Eye Diamond, a Mana Leak, a Citadel. There are basically two different routes that we can go with here. I like taking the Time Spiral and then wheeling the LED. But you could also take like Mother of Runes or Gideon and then try to wheel one of the other white cards and go like a white aggro deck, but who wants to do white aggro when you can take Time Spiral and draw 7 cards and, you know, do all that fun stuff. Fantastic second choice here now. Hey look, another sneak attack! Woo! No. I've done my fun with sneak, right? Or at least we've tried to do our fun with sneak. I do think it is one of the best cards in this pack, but we have a bunch of other options. We have Ancient Tomb, Spell Pierce, Brain Freeze, Reanimate's good, Monolith is solid. Depends on what kind of combo route you want to go. I mean, Time Spiral is going to go well with a number of these cards already. Sneak Attack is great. Tomb is great with it. It's going to be one of those two, I think. I'm sure people are tired of seeing Sneak Attack, though, but I don't think we've actually pulled off a good Sneak Attack deck, so I wouldn't mind taking it here, but I suppose the Tomb might be a little bit better. But this is close. This is very close, I think. Okay, let's take the Sneak Attack. What can go wrong? As we get past an Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger now. This one's okay with Sneak Attack. Exiling 20 cards is often good enough to win the game, though not always. I think here I'd rather take like Boros Signet or Chrome Mox. I think those are actually better choices. I think Signet might be a little bit better. It automatically adds red, which is nice for Sneak Attack, and it's still good enough for Time Spiral. But we could take a bunch of these other cards here. We're going to take Sneak Attack, and we're going to make it work, damn it! As we get a 4th pick Rakdos Signet over potentially the Fiery Islet. Hullbreaker Horror is another actually really good one with Sneak Attack, now that I think about it. Because you can sneak in the Hullbreaker Horror for a single red, and then if you can cast a couple of cheap spells or whatever, right? You can bounce some stuff. You can even bounce the Hullbreaker Horror itself as a pseudo Venser-esque type ability. That's pretty funny. Wooded Foothills also a decent consideration, but I think the Signet's going to be the choice, and then we're probably going to end up wheeling something from that pack anyways. Ponder, fantastic. I think this deck is one that wants all of the single blue cantrips. And Ponder, obviously a great one because you get to do a little digging as well. It's not just like draw a card, right? You get to look at the top 3, find some combo pieces or whatever. If you don't like it, put them back, yada yada. Easy, snap it up. This is the best Sneak Attack start I think I've had yet. And it's not like I've done nothing but Sneak Attack decks, but I definitely think it is one of the stronger cards in the cube. So if I get past it, you know, it makes sense to take it. And this is a great start for that. So like where we're headed, and hopefully the destination will be complete as we get pretty weak looking 6th pick. There is a 1,000-Year Storm though, which is an interesting backup plan if the Sneak Attack doesn't work. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I mean, there was that, Lion's Eye Diamond that we're hoping to wheel in pick number 9, pack number 1 for us, so, okay. Oh, well. That's some pretty good ones. I've actually never been huge on Blightsteel Colossus with Sneak Attack, because if they just have like a random 2/2, it doesn't really do much. But that being said, I am going to still take it here, because if we can pick up a Tinker, we have a pretty decent Tinker start, and obviously it's still good with Sneak Attack. I love Emrakul, and if this was the original Emrakul, the Eon's Torn, we would take that, but instead we'll take the Colossus. Chalice is great. There goes Tendrils. This is kind of a turning point. The thing is, because I have Thousand Year Storm, we don't actually need to do this Tendrils win con. I can just pick up some random burn to win that way, so I don't mind taking the Chalice. Mishra's Workshop here actually looking pretty good now as well over the Seething Song. So somebody took my Lion's Eye Diamond and somebody took my, what was it, Brain Freeze. I think we're both in this pack. So that's not a good sign for us. We might actually want to actively avoid Storm if those cards are both gone. And this is a good start. A red-blue Artifacts is a solid deck as well, so I don't mind this. That is obscene. There's no possible way Ancient Tomb should be wheeling. Ancient Tomb is just one of the best cards in the format. It's not like top 10, but it might be top 30? Top 20? I mean, and in a cube of a size of, what, 540 cards, yeah, it should not be going that late. Crazy. Karn looks pretty good here, too. With all the artifacts and ramp. Okay. Recruiter would be an interesting pickup as well if we wanted a backup, potentially hedge for like the Kiki combo, but I think Karn here makes a lot of sense. Fiery Islet here, also insane. Also Goblin Welder. Yeah, I mean, we have a good artifact start, so it would not be crazy to take Welder here and then maybe pick up like Mindslaver or whatever. But I think the Islet's probably just a little bit too good. Yeah, we're getting some crazy wheels, love it. Not much here. Okay, that is a maybe as well. Interesting. With Sneak Attack, Emrakul is just 13 damage, but hey, 13 damage is quite a bit when your opponent starts at 20, eh? Okay, pack number 2. Good pack here again. Mind Twist is always busted, very splashable. Palace Jailer's insane. Borrower's good. Wormcoil's alright. Glorybringer's decent. Misty Rainforest, fantastic. Diamond's pretty good. Tutor's pretty good. Power Stone, Watery Grave, both solid. I think I take Mox Diamond a little bit higher than most people, but I think, man, when it's good, it's insane. Obviously, it can be bad, but we already have like 1 draw 7, and I plan on taking basically just any more that I can get, so I think the Diamond is what we're going to take here. I think we're going the red-blue artifact deck. Sad that I had to pass on the Welder, but this makes sense to me. Get past a top here, looks great. Xander's Lounge, not bad. Path is solid. Primus is really good with Sneak Attack, but I think we're putting this potentially to the wayside for now. But we will see. Like, I still think I take the top here, for example, over the Primus. One, the Primus is more likely to wheel, and top really wants to fit itself into a combo deck, so that looks good. There's a Shelldock Isle here. Wow, 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 that's good. Spirebluff Canal, also fantastic. Venser's really nice. Seasoned Pyromancer, also pretty good, actually. Tanglewire is silly, although it's not really good. I think the Shelldock Isle is just a little bit too good to pass up. I don't actually think the Spirebluff Canal is going to wheel. I think people pass along these Sacklands. I don't know what these ones are called for Modern Horizons, but I think people pass these ones up a lot, which is why we got that one back, but I don't expect the Canal to come back. Okay, there's another red-blue land we might want to take. There's a Goldspan Dragon that could be good. Red-green Signet's very nice. Gitaxian Probe, always just great. Do I want to maximize the artifacts and just take the Signet here? I think that makes sense. I mean, I have Workshop and Tomb already. It sucks passing some of these cards, but we're certainly just doing an artifact deck. Okay. Signet it is. Really want to pick up a Tinker now with this. There is... Ooh, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker here. Also looking pretty juicy. Just a fantastic card. Just way too much value for 3 mana, you know? Yeah. Easy choice there. Helps you dig, makes little value, and hey, I mean, if your opponent doesn't kill the reflection, then you can kind of just do stuff with that too. There's Lightning Bolt. There's a Forge Master. Yeah, I guess the 1,000-Year Storm plan is kind of dead, huh? We only have like one instant right, or one sorcery right now, and that's just the Ponder, so taking Forge Master here makes sense. We have the Blightsteel Colossus that it can go grab. We have a lot of cheap artifacts. Hey. Azorius Signet versus Ulamog. Okay, I will take the Ulamog here over the Signet. I think that makes sense. Because now for sure our sneak attack is going to have a home. Yeah, I like that. There's a Through the Breach here too. No, this has to be a Trinket Mage, right? Yeah, it's just way too good. Yep, Trinket Mage can go ahead and grab Diamond or Top already, so... Oh, I actually add the Chalice too in a pinch. Okay. Well, now that we have our lane, which is the red-blue artifacts with a sneak splash, although it's not really a splash, so to speak, yeah, we can really prioritize cards in pack 3 that help us. We just want card draw effects at this point, I think, and maybe some more interaction. Wow. Wow. So, it does make sense to take a fetch when I have top. That's good. Both Wormcoil and Power Stone are pretty solid. And even the Glorybringer is just a good 5-drop with some interaction in and of itself, you know? This is close. I don't think we need the Power Stone, so it's probably Wormcoil or Engine. I guess the Wormcoil Engine also fits the role of the sneak attack, so it's probably just a little bit better, but that was an interesting choice. Oh, Nahiri is a good splash card if we want to as well. I have, what, 1 white Signet right now versus just taking the blue-red land. Also, I mean, Nahiri works well with fatties, so I think this makes a lot of sense. It's an easy splash. We did wheel the Canal. I did not expect that. There goes the Tangle Wire. We're not going to play any of these. Maybe I sideboard Gargaroth versus an aggro deck. Late green cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artifacts right now for Workshop, so not too shab. Yeah, with the Tomb and the Workshop, we have a lot of nice ways to cast some 2-mana artifacts on turn 1. Even with the Mox Diamond, we can do that as well. But I need more card draw. We haven't seen much beyond that Time Spiral that we picked up. I mean, Nahiri is actually an insane draw because of the filtering. Fable's good, but I would end up, or rather, I would play Wheel of Fortune if we saw it. Time Twister for sure. There's a lovely little Soul Ring. Oof. There's an Inkwell, Strip Mine, Lodestone. Thirst for Discovery also good. Yeah, I mean, the #1 card. So, can't complain. Just too good. Too good. Ooh, this is a nice pack. Demonic Tutor, Mystic Confluence, Library of Alexandria. Oh, baby. Oh, man, this is tough. This is really tough. Sadly, right now, we only have the Time Spiral to turn the Library of Alexandria back on. So I almost wonder if taking the Mystic Confluence is better here, since I don't really have that much good black fixing. I mean, we have the Rakdos Signet and Diamond, but I don't think I have any other black sources. I guess the Fable can make black, technically, the creature it produces. And Trinket Mage goes for Tutor. Ah, this is tough. This is really tough. I'm going to take the Confluence. I don't know if this is right. One of these cheaper spells or land is insane. Speaking of insane, holy crap. Remand, Volcanic, Inferno Titan. Force of Will not quite good enough here. Academy Ruins, if we had Mind Slaver, would be good. There's a Splinter Twin here as well. Obviously, the safe pick is just Volcanic Island, but I feel like I need the early interaction that Remand provides. I mean, if you look at our mana, we don't actually have that many color requirements, you know? Since we're playing such an artifact-heavy deck, I think I can afford to take the Remand. Let's do that. Lotus Petal's decent, but Treachery I think is slightly better. Not even slightly better, just a lot better. Cloudskate good, Incinerate's fine. Seems like an easy Treachery to me. Ooh, can splash the Teferi here as well. We just passed both Thespian Stage and Dark Depths now. Actually, Retrofitter Foundry also pretty good. Just a nice solid value card, but yeah, Teferi's too nice. Opposition, there's a Sphinx. This seems like an easy Tezzeret, though. That's an extra win con for us. Sorry, Unholy Heat. Wow. Holy crapo. Sphinx, Battlesphere. Oh, Sacred Foundry. Never mind. I have to take that, don't I? And 2 Signets. What is this? This is pick 6 Dimir Signet and Orzhov Signet. It's kind of nuts. I suppose I could take the Orzhov Signet too for white fixing if I really wanted. But we already have enough playables, so... I mean, the artifact does have good synergy. This is kind of tough. It's probably just taking the lands, correct? What is this late Izzet Signet? That is insane. Holy moly. I don't know what's going on. In fact, maybe we can run Inkwell. Maybe this is just not a good sneak attack deck. Cut the Ulamog, cut the Blightsteel. And we're just like, yeah, blue-red artifact rampy. I think that might be better. Spellseeker only grabs Remand and Ponder, so I don't think that makes sense. Oh, wait, what? Almost didn't even notice the Metalworker here. Let's see, Mountain, Forest, Plain. So that's another red-white source. That looks okay. Can't tell if this deck is great or not. I'm a little bit concerned about the Time Spiral now, but we have so much mana ramp that it feels like it's correct to still run it. But we're not really, quote-unquote, comboing off, so to speak. I know, I'm going to get lambasted by freaking comments. Why do you always take Sneak Attack? You're not even going to play it now. That's how you guys sound when you say that about Sneak Attack. But you should still say it about the Sneak Attack. I mean, we could run it. I just don't think it's necessary. Shoot. So, do I want to run 16 lands with Mox Diamond? That's a little bit low, but... I mean, we have Sol Ring and 4 Signets and a Chalice. Like, I don't think I need to run 17 lands. This looks good to me. Oh, you know what doesn't look good? Actually, I just realized the Forge Master's not that great anymore, huh? I guess it still has Inkwell and Wormcoil Engine that it can turn these Signets into, but cutting the Blightsteel makes the Forge Master worse for sure. Still probably good enough. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, look at that. We have a bunch of blue cards and then 2 red cards and 2 white cards. That's funny. Let's take a peek at this fixing here. So these don't fix for anything. Those do. These are all colorless. So red, blue. This is green, red. These are colorless. Red, white for these 2. Red, blue for those 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3. All of our Signets add red, so I probably don't even need any mountains. Because we don't have a way to grab a basic, right? Yeah, so no mountains. White sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 9 red sources. That's more than enough. This would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blue. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I even get one more. We could go up another planes, I guess. 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. Maybe just go 8, 1 and play it safe. All right. Pretty sweet little artifact deck here. Not the best artifact deck I've ever seen. If we had picked up like Mindslaver and that Welder or whatever, and a couple more card draw effects. We have Time Spiral. We have Karn and Nahiri. We have Fable. But really, those are... I mean, I guess that's a good number of ways to draw extra cards, but it's not like... It's not the ways we need, because oftentimes we're going to dump out our hands super quickly, but we'll see. Get ready for round 1. And here we are for round 1 of this Vintage Cube draft with... What is this hand? Where are my mana rocks? We have like 10 of them. On the draw, yeah, this is a snap mulligan. There we go. Found a few of them there. Much respect. Good luck, have fun to you as well, friend. All right, so we can keep this hand, pitch the Leviathan. This isn't great, though. You know what this deck really needed? A balance. Are we getting stormed on turn 1? Because that would be amazing. Or maybe they're just holding up like a counter or something. See, that's where I was supposed to draw Soul Ring and then pop off. Turn 1 Soul Ring into Signet the Dream. Let's go with Izzet Signet here instead of Boros, because if they have a counter for this, we still have 2 colors to produce with the Boros Signet. Nice. Because we don't need the triple blue on the Izzet Signet anyways, so that was good for us. Jetmirs, and now we'll play the Gruul. I guess it doesn't really matter since this adds white anyways as well. Oh, here we go. What kind of storm shenanigans are going on here? Oh, that's not that bad. It's not great, but they have to draw really, really well to go off this turn. I mean, they haven't played a land yet, so that, I mean, that was a good time twister for them, yes, no doubt, but that could have been much worse for us. Ooh. So they run out of Library of Alexandria. So my game plan here is to shock myself and then play out the Metalworker holding open Remand. I don't want to hold up double blue because then it's a little bit too suspicious. But I guess shocking myself probably signifies that as well. We'll see. This would actually be a good matchup to bring in the Sneak Attack plus the Eldrazi and the Blightsteel. Because they're not going to have much... I mean, again, we're assuming they're on Storm, but they're not going to have any creatures to block this, and they're not going to have many permanents to sacrifice to this because they don't really develop out onto the board. So going into the next game, that will probably be our plan. And they're just going to go to disc. Oh, the Reanimator. Okay, I see. I see, I see. I've been bamboozled. So let's think here. We probably need to hold open both Confluence and Remand. Maybe? Maybe not. Trinket Mage can go grab like Soul Ring or the top if we wanted it to. What other creatures do we have in our deck at the top end? Leviathan, Emrakul. So Emrakul is another hot draw for us that we could find here. I think I'm going to go Trinket Mage, go grab Soul Ring, and then I can tap the Metalworker for 4 colorless. Reveal the signet and the soul ring, get 4 colorless. And I think I'm going to just play out the Karn and start making big tokens. We're going to hold the soul ring and the signet in our hand for Metalworker next turn. And then the plan is to just Karn minus again and hold up both Remand and Confluence next turn, which should be good enough, I would think. Ah, well, that's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna let that resolve. If they take the Remand, we'll still have Confluence for if they do some reanimating. Because if I Remand it, they just can tap the Underground Sea again anyways. And then they just take my Confluence. This way, at least I'll still have at least 1 counter for next turn. Oh, okay, they take the Confluence itself. All right, I mean, maybe they just have a cheap reanimate effect. I guess now we want to draw Time Spiral. Wasteland. That shouldn't matter all that much. That's fine. I mean, they have far fewer resources than I do, so. Pass is good for us. Found another artifact. Yeah, I think we just want to make another token here. Six, I think. I guess we can Nahiri first. And I'm going to pitch the Chalice now, even though Chalice with Metalworker is really good. I think we want the colored sources of the Signet. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's just pressure. And I'm playing out the artifacts because they pump up our construct tokens. So put them on a 2-turn clock. We saw Dark Ritual in their deck. So while they don't have many mana sources right now, they could still pop off very, very easily. But we have them dead on board, so... Ask the question, can you do something? Okay, land into drawing with library. Mox Emeralds. Okay. Maybe just like an animate. Oh, Night's Whisper. So this is Desperation. I'm going to let that resolve. Currently, they only have 3 mana here on the surface of things. Alright, looks like they couldn't find an answer. That worked out. Yeah, so let us take out... I mean, Treachery, I guess, is still pretty good. They have a Terastodon, so it makes sense. Oh, I guess the sneak attack plan is not as good versus Reanimator, but we don't need the Forge Master, for example, though. What else can I cut? I think Treachery's good enough, right? I guess Worm Coil's not necessary, even though it's an artifact. Bring in the Sneak, bring in the Ulamog, bring in the Blightsteel. I think Emrakul's still good enough. Maybe Leviathan is not necessary. Another artifact to cut. Funny thing is, we can actually just hardcast these as well. Oh, you know what? Man, Tolarian Academy would have been really good for us, wouldn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I guess this makes treasures or artifacts technically. Something like that's probably fine. I think cutting the Forge Master and the Worm Coil makes sense. Maybe cutting the Inkwell is not so good. And now that I'm adding the Blightsteel, cutting the what's its face, the Forge Master's like maybe slightly awkward, but oh well. Is this a keep? I think we're gonna give this hand a shot. It's not great though. I can go turn 1 Chalice on 1. Oh, yeah, there's the Putrid Imp for Reanimate. I guess it might be better to hold the Chalice then. Go turn 1 Spire Bluff, turn 2 Tomb, Metalworker, hold the Chalice for Metalworker, and we can cast it for a larger amount earlier, hopefully. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Discard and Reanimate here. Oh, well, there goes my Chalice. Oh, into Night's Whisper. Sure. Did they miss a land somehow? Wow, that's unlucky. That's very unlucky for them. It's Bone Shards. Kill my Metalworker, I think. Yep, Bone Shards, kill Metalworker, discard Ulamog. I love it. Signet. Okay, I mean, we're not doing anything over here. What a miserable game. Hey, that's a great draw, though. And we can play around Spell Pierce. And let's get drawing extra cards. Mox Diamond and a Blightsteel Colossus. Interesting. Diamond gone. Hey, they drew a land. All right. Oh, discarding Olivia. Exhume. Yep. Okay. Well, I get back my Metalworker. Yay. Olivia brings back Ulamog. So because it's tapped and attacking, They don't actually get to exile cards from me, notably. Oh, you know what? If I don't block, they can actually kill me. Because they can just discard all their cards to Putrid Imp. So I have to block here and draw, like, Sneak Attack. That's too bad. I have to block, otherwise they kill me. Yeah, they discarded a card there to do that extra point of damage. All right, I mean, we have outs. Need to reveal something good here. So they're going to give me Signet. Yeah. So I have to play... So here's the game plan. We can win this if I draw Sneak Attack off of Islet here. Oh, now I'm going to be 1 mana short, even if I hit the sneak. Oh, okay. Hold up. That is insane. Yes. We get to Nahiri exile Olivia, which deals with their Ulamog. Perfect. And then we can draw Confluence. No, we'd rather draw, what, Tezzeret? No, I guess we'd rather draw Confluence. Beautiful. That'll do just fine. And now they only have 2 cards in it. Like, them discarding that Time Twister means they don't have much pressure. They might just kill the Nahiri here instead of the going face, you know? We're in a good spot. Feels like, anyway. Yep, Nahiri down. Draw the Confluence. Actually, do we want to start making creatures here? Puts them on a pretty fast clock. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. Signet. Make a 4/4. And then still get to hold up Confluence here. Remember, this does not natively fly, so they need to discard a card to give that flying. Discards Consecrated Sphinx. Okay. Yep, gonna go face. I like it. And a Necromancy. All right, so we will counter that, obviously. So counter, bounce, and draw. Counter that, bounce that, draw. It's a good draw as well. Let's make another token here. Play out Tezzeret. Let's see. What do we want to go grab? What artifacts do we have? Maybe just Soul Ring, I guess. Oh, no, wait. I can untap and threaten lethal next turn. That's probably better, huh? Okay, so they have a Putrid Imp. They do have an they have an Unburial Rites in their graveyard. I didn't even notice. I mean, I guess they only have Sphinx, so it doesn't really matter. They're going to need to top deck something good here. Yeah, it was just a land. All right, GG's. Animate Consecrated Sphinx, and then they're just dead. All right, got him. Hey, got the first round. Nice. I mean, I think their deck had a lot of good synergies, but we managed to draw some good cards at the right time, and bam, 1-0. Let's go next. Round number 2 here of the Vintage Cube. We're on the draw. I'm really close to keeping this, but I think it's probably a little bit too greedy. We get 2 chances at either a land or Soul Ring. Let's ship it. Yeah, this is fine, although I'm not going to say it's that much better. Since we have Boros Signet, we do not need the extra red-white source. See, the opponent is doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's unfortunate. Oh. Well, actually, that doesn't do anything yet. Because turn 1 Workshop plus Boros Signet doesn't actually let me hold up turn 2 Remand, which I think we want to be doing here. Please don't have a Tinker already. They do. Wow, turn 2 Tinker on the play. Okay. Into a turn 2 Battlesphere on the play. See, this is where holding up Remand would have been very nice. And instead, we... I mean, I guess I'm not just dead here. This is a lot of damage, but I can Worm Coil next turn, and if they don't have an answer for the Worm Coil, at the very least I can maybe survive that way. But, I mean, I'm taking so much damage here. We're going to 8. Yeah. Oh, and they have Goblin Welder, too. All right. Whoops, wrong card. So they can weld out Battlesphere and Signet and whatnot. So what we want to do is actually Treachery their Welder. Gives us a good game plan. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to attack, tap all 4 Mirror, and I'm going to block. And I assume what they're going to do is then sack their Battlesphere before damage is dealt. Or maybe they don't. Yeah, they might just let it happen and then get the Battlesphere back. Yep. We're actually not in a terrible spot, though, depending on what they have here. Oh, gosh, darn it. Okay, so... I mean... Am I taking Forge Master here? I feel like I have to take the Welder and just let them Forge Master. Oh, wait. Am I unable to do that? Maybe I'm unable to do that. Let's see. 3, 4. I guess it's 2. No, we can do that. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it feels so bad that I have to Treachery the... All of these are so bad for us. Man, if we were only on the play, we would actually be able to do something here. That's sick. Okay. Steal their Welder and pass. But now they have Forge Master with infinite artifacts. So this would be a hit in for 7 damage, and I would go to 3. Yeah. So obviously I have to sack or trade with the Death Toucher here. And then I'll see, maybe they sack to Forge Master now before damage. No, they let it resolve. Okay. Okay. What do you got? Oh, they have Mindslaver. And yeah, we'll concede. All right, so basically this was being on the play versus being on the draw. Because if I get to Remand Tinker on turn 2, they'll actually have nothing going on, you know? Good beats, good beats. All right, so what do we do about that? Probably going to cut our own Forge Master. Maybe we want to bring in the sneak attack plan again. The Worm Coil actually didn't seem all that necessary. Yeah, bring in sneak attack. Bring in Blightsteel and Ulamog. Inkwell's good versus them, but maybe I don't need that as much. Okay. Well, we'll be on the play this time, and hopefully we don't need to take a mulligan. Man, where are our mana rocks? I can't keep this hand. It's too slow. Gotta go down to 6. This hand is quite good. We'll keep that. Pitch the island. So notably, you cannot go turn 1 Signet off of Workshop into another Signet because you can't filter the mana like that. But turn 1 Metalworker here looks pretty juicy. And they mulligan to 5. All right, that gives us hope. And now we have the fast mana start, hopefully. Oh, well. Are you kidding? Holy crap. 5. Do they have like turn 1 Forge Master or something? They do. Wow, incredible. Incredible draws. So let's go ahead and reveal both signets. And then I think we're going to play out the Izzet with the artifact mana. Float. Play the Fable out. And then play out the Shelldock. I think we hold the Rakdos Signet for mana. Oh, that's pretty good too. Yeah, I'm going to take Emrakul to potentially take their turn, although we're pretty far away from doing that. Yeah, I think it's better to hold the Signet in our hand, right? Signet in hand represents 2 mana with Metalworker, as opposed to 1 mana on the battlefield. Plus, we can discard it to the Fable if we want to. I mean, they only have 3 cards in their hand. Kind of just have to hope here. Yeah, there's the Mindslaver. Okay. So Nahiri can... I can exile the Mana Crypt if I want to, or at least attempt to. And then see if they sack in response. Oh, I don't have white sources right now. Alright, let's float with Rakdos Signet before the trigger. And then discard Fiery plus Rakdos Signet and look for a white source. Oh, man. So I can get a white source off of the Goblin Shaman attacking, but then I can't cast anything else. So I guess we just have to sneak attack here. I mean, well, that's not true. No, that is true, because if I attack, I only have 3 mana floating. So yeah, we just have to sneak attack and pass. Ugh. I mean, they still don't have the mana to activate Mindslaver, although they do just need a land, but they don't even get to do all that much with Mindslaver if they hit it, so it's not the worst case scenario, I suppose. There's Mindslaver mana, but I don't even know if they activate it here, do they? I guess they do. Okay. Well, we'll see what they do here. I mean, if they have like a Blightsteel Colossus to get after this, no, we don't technically lose, do we? Oh, we do. If they have Blightsteel Colossus, we lose, because what they can do is attack with both my creatures. Shaman makes a treasure to fairy bounce Reflection, and then end of turn they get Blightsteel. But we'll see. It's all on them. Oh, you know what they might do? They get to... Oh, no, they can't cast anything but Teferi. Okay, never mind. I was going to say they can Nahiri like my Reflection, but I'm only going to have 3 mana. So awkwardly, we're not in the worst shape, question mark? All right, so I guess their plan is to eat my Goblin, which makes sense, of course, and then maybe Teferi and bounce the Reflection. Although it feels like they probably should have if they were going to do... Oh, maybe they bounce the sneak attack. I mean, there's no point speculating. I guess I shouldn't. They're just going to make plays, so I can't do anything about it anyways. Yep, bounce the sneak attack and just pass. Okay, that wasn't bad for us. Wasn't great, but that wasn't bad. We'll see if they sack. Nope, no Forge Master sack quite yet. Uh-oh, they drew another big artifact here, it looks like. 6 mana. They drew Wormcoil. Well, their draws are very good, I will say that. Time Spiral. Well, we can't actually do anything here, so we'll just pass and see what they do. On the bright side, I can Reflection the Metalworker to make an extra blocker, so I'm not taking much damage. But, I mean, even if they just get Battlesphere here, it's really bad for us, obviously. Yeah. This is too bad. So this would be 6 plus 12. I would go to 2. So I guess I probably need to make a token here. Okay, and there's Blight Steel. So let's see. 2, 4. Okay, I can actually time spiral here by going like this. Make a token of the metalworker using red. Sadly, I only get 2 mana out of the deal. Oh, there's sacrifice? Oh, wait. What is going on? What artifact could they have here? Like a revoker? Wow, wait. Yeah, wow. That's amazing. Good stuff. All right, well. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I think my opponent just drew super well versus us. Game 1, we were on the draw, wrecked us. Game 2, they mulled down to 5 and had a, what was that, a turn 2 Metalworker, or turn 2 Forge Master. Man, good beats. Let's go to the next. Okay, here we are for the third and final round of this vintage cuber. Yeah. Cannot get a crazy hand, can we? This hand's fine, but once again, we're on the draw, so not especially confident. Maybe we can just rip a Soul Ring off the top. Not quite. Boros Signet, Inkwell, and a Plains. I do want the Plains. Yeah, I think we're going to keep these. And that way I can go with a turn 4 Nahiri potentially. As our opponent has a Suspend or Riftwing on turn 2. It's a little bit annoying. Let's get the Boros Signet down while they're tapped out. Expressive Iteration. Yeah, that card's very good. Debating if I want to play Karn next turn and uptick, potentially. It doesn't seem awful. Or I could Nahiri and discard the Inkwell, but I feel like Karn make a token is not a terrible play here. But I'm going to go ahead and Nahiri. Discard the Inkwell, draw a card. We want to hit our 5th land for Tezzeret anyways. Not super confident. Riftwing's going to bounce the Planeswalker. Wouldn't be surprised if they're running like Splinter Twin combo or something. Teferi, sure, that's fine. Maybe they bounce the Signet, get a little value. Yeah, I like that play. Emrakul, the Promised End. Okay. Now maybe we discard the Teferi. Top. I think what I'm going to do here is Karn and make a token. Because if they bounce the token, that's fine. Then I have both Planeswalkers on the battlefield still. But I'm assuming they're going to bounce the Nahiri and then attack the Karn. But this way I have a creature that can potentially pressure the Teferi. Yep, as expected. That's fine. Ooh, Glenalendra. That card is nasty. All right, well, we might as well uptick. Get at least a card out of the Karn before it goes away. We actually want them to give us the land, so that's good for us. And then we can play Signet. Signet. I think Glenalendra is just going to ruin our day, though. Our best hope is getting to Emrakul mana. Signet. And attempt to attack the Teferi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we're actually only one land away from... Okay, that's our game plan. If we can resolve this Emrakul with a land off the top, that should be able to ruin their life. Like, yeah, Karn dies here. We already have a Planeswalker in the graveyard, though, so that doesn't add types. So I need to draw a land. But man, Mindslaver effects are so gosh darn strong. What is in the world? Was not expecting Abbott. So maybe they're more like Jeskai Tempo. I wonder if they even bother firing off the Incinerate. Two, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we're 1 mana away from Emrakuling. I mean, maybe if they can like kill one of my artifacts and then incinerate the token. All right, Karn down, hit me for 1. Yeah, as expected. We'd be totally okay with like Incinerate face, but looks like they don't want to do that either. That wasn't the draw we were looking for. Yeah, we'll go to combat. Try to attack Teferi. This is Brazen Borrower? Yeah, Brazen Borrower, Petty Theft. Sure. Might as well try to resolve the Nahiri here. It makes sense if they exile it, or rather counter it. Yep. And then let's go... I guess top and go ahead and run out the Metalworker. I figure if they do bounce or kill the Metalworker, I can still draw an extra card with top to look too deep for a land for Emrakul. And if the Metalworker lives, we can draw with the top at end of turn, and then draw the top for the turn, right? And Metalwork with that. I don't know. Seems like I might need to aggressively mulligan in this matchup and find like a Soul Ring or a Workshop start. Metalworker is such a classic, one of my favorite cards. All right, so they're going to bounce the Metalworker here with the Teferi, draw an extra card. At least Teferi's gone now. So they played a land, 4 cards in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. 12 mana towards Emrakul. Oh, this is Shark Typhoon Hardcast. Interesting. That is a little bit terrifying. That means they have at least a couple of spells in their hand. Signet. Yeah, I think I'm going to main phase draw here. Perfect. And slam down Mommy. A target player on Time Warp. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. Let's see. So they do get a 5/5, but then huh. Oh, this is really strange. So what happens is I'm going to Time Warp myself, and then I'm going to take a turn, and it's just going to revert back to normal. Oh, no, wait. They would still get 2 turns after that. Yeah, well, this is really strange, but interesting. Might as well eat their flyer. Tap them out. Sparring Vantage, Pyromancer. Okay, so now I should take a turn. Oh, they still get the extra turn cycle. Interesting. Huh. So I guess what's going to happen is I'm going to take 2 turns after their turn. Did not think that was going to happen like that, but okay. Good beats. At least I don't die here. We know they have Pyromancer in their hand. So they're just going to play Pyromancer land, hit me for 7, put me to 2. Weird. I did not think it was going to work like that. I assumed I would overwrite their extra turn with Emrakul. But instead, it looks like... Oh, they might just pass with Brazen Borrower open. Instead, it looks like I'm going to take 2 turns after they get their 1 turn. Strange. Okay, so what can we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Metalworker into Time Spiral, I think is the play. What else can we do? We could actually just play out the Metalworker, say go, and then Time Spiral. No, but we want to run out all 3. Yeah, so let's go Metalworker. Time Spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. I think we need to Treachery back the Emrakul right now. Because remember, this just says as it remains on the battlefield, so it doesn't matter if I... doesn't matter if I Treachery the Sower. Then we can go Karn. And what happens if we make a token here? Is that good enough? No, we definitely want to uptick. Trinket Mage, Tezzeret. Okay, so they're going to give me Trinket Mage. I don't think we want to... Oh, no, we do. I want to go land, Mox Diamond, because I can't pay the 1 off of the Fiery. Play the Trinket Mage, go grab top. And what are we looking to hit here? Mystic Confluence, I guess? this is not even going to do anything, though. Now I should get that second turn. Right, good. I'm going to be a turn short. Karn grabs Tezzeret. Tezzeret grabs nothing. I mean, they have... I would somehow need to bounce the Emrakul and take another one of their turns somehow. I guess that's possible with the Metal Worker. It's plus again. There's Nahirian Tomb. Obviously, they just give me Tomb. Let's activate for 6. Play out the top. Spin. Those are bricks. Draw. Spin. No, that doesn't do it. And we are dead. All right, I mean, we did a lot of wheel spinning. So I for sure thought we were going to take the turn of the Time Warp first, but it looks like it goes in order. So they got the Emrakul extra turn, and then I got the Time Warp extra turn. Interesting. Good to note, though. Yeah. Is this a matchup where Sneak Attack makes sense? I think we just run it back. Like, we just need to aggressively mulligan until we have one of our busted openers. So, go to game number 2. Hope that we can pull it off here. That is a turn 2 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and then hold up Remand. That's definitely good enough. Sacred Tomb tapped. Then Ancient Tomb Fable. Then Island hold up Remand looks good. They also have a Soul Ring. That is unfortunate. So I think what we're going to do here is probably pitch the Treachery and maybe the Plains. Depends if the Goblin token survives through a turn. Sower of Temptation. Yeah, that's annoying again. Now we're going to discard Jetmir's, I guess, plus Treachery and look for artifacts. Okay. That's not awful. I played out the Mox Diamond here so I could hold up double Remand in case they remand my Remand, but... Well, this is a good start for us. I mean, opponent has just as good a start, sadly, but what are you going to do? Trinket Mage. Yeah, let's go ahead and remand that. Maybe they just recast it. That's fine. Okay. So they're going to go up to 5 cards in hand. Do they have like a Mox or something too? They do. Well, hopefully they don't play it out. Dang it. I was going to say, because that's one more card in their hand for spiral purposes. Interesting. I guess it's better to probably run out the Worm Coil here first and then go for Spiral next turn. Especially since we get to potentially, and I'm guessing this is not going to work, Reflection the Worm Coil. That is a fantastic sign if they're cycling Ketria. That means they're looking for an answer. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, now I'm feeling good. They could have like their Brazen Borrower Petty Theft again, but that's the only thing, and I don't think they would have cycled those if they already had it, you know? Hey, Wormcoil Kiki works. All right. I think their deck is better suited versus us than us versus them, but Yeah, maybe we can pull off a win here. Man, they have Soul Ring and Mox, huh? I mean, I suppose I have Soul Ring and a Mox, kind of, but we're going to need a good opener here. Hopefully we can get a Workshop Uber Signet hand or a Soul Ring Signet hand. Or the worst possible. My gosh. All right, down to 6. Come on, deck. You're better than this. But not much better, but you're better. Down to 5, or 6 rather. I guess I'm not going to go down to 5. Hopefully Ponder can find us some action, and Teferi on turn 3 at least is something. So lead on Canal, Ponder. Workshop with no artifacts, so this is a shuffle. Sadly, I think our odds of winning this game are probably not very high. Of course. Well, maybe I get to draw my... maybe I get to draw my Soul Ring here. No? Okay, good game. Kind of sad, but I guess that's the way it goes. Yep. Can't really beat that now, can we? Workshop. That once again does not do anything. So we'll draw the Remand. Just say go. Need to find some real lands here. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe? If they're not doing anything, I mean, they just have a ton of mana and the Glenalendra, so. Okay, well, I don't really have a choice. Gonna have to remand that. And we're kind of dead. I don't even know if they bother countering the remand, because they can... Well, I guess they don't have another white source. So they might throw it off. No, they didn't. All right. So they just pass here, attack for 2, say go. Sure. Good. Keep finding more land, thankfully. I'm going to go with Karn here and see what they do. I expect them to fire this off. If they don't, that's good for us. We get through this stupid garbage lock that we have on top. All right, that's good. Now I expect them to attack for 1, play Teferi, and like bounce their own Glenalendra. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So they would only have 1 blue floating after the fact if they did this. Oh, no, they're going to uptick. Okay, never mind. More lands, more better. Again, expect this to eat a counter as well, but maybe not. Two, 4, 6, 9. Yeah, okay. So we have a chance of resolving an Inkwell Leviathan next turn, which is pretty damn good versus a blue deck. Like Inkwell, attack, kill Teferi. That would be pretty juicy. Yeah, maybe they let this just resolve. Maybe they don't even care, eh? If they do let this resolve, then we can set up for a potential, like, uptick this turn if it resolves, bounce the Glenelendra Archmage on the following turn, and we'd be able to fire off Time Spiral, and because both players would have Teferi, they wouldn't be able to counter anything, and we would get free reign with a decent bit of mana, though I don't know how good of an idea that would be, refilling their hand. Alright, I'm going to pause here while they choose. Okay, they did let it resolve, so yeah, we're going to uptick here. Say go. See what their plan is. Excuse me. And they're going face. Oh, that's not comforting. So maybe they have like Riftwing Bounce Teferi. I can't imagine they're just going to full-on ignore it. Okay, they're going to bounce their Glenelendra and replay it? I thought they were going to do that initially, but this doesn't make any sense because now I can bounce their Glenelendra with Teferi. So they must have like a petty theft or something. Yeah, absolutely. Again, that was the only thing that made sense there. Okay, so be it. On the bright side, if I do play out Teferi and they counter it, they won't be able to... 1, 2, 3. I guess that doesn't really matter. The problem is, if I just run out the Inkwell, they start attacking me, you know? Attacking me for 5 in the air. And that's not very winnable either. Yeah, and I can't just pass and wait for them to flash this out and try to bounce because they have Teferi, so... all of these options are pretty bad for us. I guess we'll run out the Inkwell, though, and hope they don't have a different counter. But feels like it's kind of looking bleak here. Yep, flash out the Brazen. I guess sack the Fiery if they have nothing better to do. Incinerate my face. Oh, they have Time Warp in hand? Maybe? Might just be dead here in a couple turns. That's my only guess. Oh, they're just going to put out lethal for the following turn. Got it. Sure. Well, I don't think there's anything I can draw here, but them's the break sometimes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, Teferi doesn't even do anything. They just counter it, and then they have 6 on the board. All right. GG's. Concede them up. Don't know if this deck was just bad. I mean, it didn't feel good, but man, we had some really unfortunate draws. Felt like with what we had in our deck, we could have had some much better draws, and we just never really saw some good starts. Although, again, I don't think this deck was anything special. I probably would have had a higher win rate if I just added the sneak attack and the fatties in and hoped to just get there sometimes. But, yeah, this deck... This deck had potential at the beginning of the draft and then just kind of petered out. So I think you really need to get the goods. Rather, not the goods. You need to draft a more synergistic deck. One that has, you know, a bunch of cards that work well together as opposed to whatever this was. But hey, that was fun enough. We got to do some good stuff. That really interesting turn was the Emrakul turn with stealing their Time Warp. Didn't know how that would work. I thought I would get the extra turn, but it turns out we didn't. So, good beats. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next time.